and welcome back to Installation 00, and it's Wednesday, which means it's time to look at the weapons of the Halo universe. So let's enter into the Armory, where all weapons from Halo lore will be featured and analysed in detail, and in this episode, we take a closer look at the Pulse Carbine. Let's begin.
Go!
The Irudo-Maketh pattern carbine, commonly known as the Pulse Carbine, is a medium to long range plasma weapon utilised by Covenant remnants and the Banished. It fires bursts of tracking plasma bolts, making it effective against shielded targets. An aggressive, mid-range, fully automatic weapon, the Pulse Carbine has quickly become the preferred arsenal of Banished scouts and marksmen on Zeta Halo. Its careful balance between accuracy and raw stopping power makes it extremely versatile in just about any context. Unlike the conventional carbine employed by the Covenant, the Pulse Carbine is a directed energy weapon in the lineage of the plasma rifle, and is designed to quickly overwhelm an enemy with a barrage of superheated plasma bolts. The Irudo-Maketh pattern used by the Banished was a largely unknown design stem that first originated from the weaponsmiths in High Charity, but which was later put into full production at Lodam Armory alongside the Storm Rifle. While its accuracy does not match the traditional Covenant carbine, the range and power of the Pulse Carbine are often surprising, allowing for a myriad of strategic uses. The Pulse Carbine is slightly shorter than its Storm Rifle counterpart at 92.2 cm or 36.3 inches in length. The Pulse Carbine is meant to rapidly overwhelm enemies with a volley of superheated plasma bolts that can fire either fully automatic or burst fire. The weapon's range, power, and sheer rate of fire more than make up for its lack of accuracy in comparison to the Covenant carbine. The projectiles from the Pulse Carbine also follow an enemy target. Similar to other plasma weapons such as the Plasma Rifle and Storm Rifle, the Pulse Carbine is a directed energy weapon. The Pulse Carbine, which is a fully elongated rifle with a full stock and barrel, resemble the Storm Rifle or the Plasma Repeater more visually than the more conventional Plasma Rifle. After firing continuously, the weapon overheats. An indicator on the top of the weapon fills up as firing continues, the light on the indicator changing colour depending on how much heat is accumulating inside the weapon, going from yellow at low levels to red when it's about to overheat, and when it finally does, panels that open on either side of the weapon and the upper cowling move forward, allowing the weapon to release its heat. The tracking capability is most reliable at medium range. At longer distances, the effectiveness diminishes. The Pulse Carbine uses the same superheated ionized gas as ammunition as its Plasma Rifle predecessor. This plasma is based on the gas mixture hydrogen fluoride, which it siphons from the reserve and channels it through a conduit, which then mixes with the power cell's energy, exciting the gas to the state of superheated plasma, and then encapsulates it within a magnetic containment field and accelerated downrange by high inductance electromagnetic pinch fields. The plasma battery of the Pulse Carbine contains enough charge to fire 125 bolts, and can be easily recharged via plasma recharge stations. The primary damaging component of the plasma projectiles is, of course, its heat. High temperature hydrogen fluoride plasma can reach electron temperatures exceeding 10 electron volts, which corresponds to over 116,000 Kelvin, over 15,000 degrees centigrade, or over 208,000 degrees Fahrenheit. As it is to be expected with superheated gas, the lethality of the plasma projectiles is extreme. We never truly see the effects of this kind of injury in-game, and for good reason. But the reality of being struck with a plasma bolt in excess of 100,000 degrees are devastating. At the direct site of impact, bodily fluids would be subjected to flash vaporization, turning from liquid to gas instantly, inducing a strain or a shock on the body after impact. These fluids, trapped in the tissues, organs, or arteries, would rapidly expand as the heat causes them to instantly boil, causing ruptures or small explosions, causing additional damage to the target. Impacts to extremities can cause entire dismemberment of limbs due to this explosive blast injury, with the remaining flesh suffering severe 4th degree burns, effectively burning all layers of the skin, muscle, tendons, connective tissue, and even the bones. The wounds would be cauterized instantly upon impact, meaning the victim wouldn't bleed out, but would just suffer the pain of such an injury. Strikes to a shielded or armoured torso could see the shielding or armour melting and causing severe third-degree burns and further splash damage, or worse, melting the shielding and armour through to the individual, causing even more severe burns. To an unprotected body, the plasma would effectively eviscerate the thoracic and abdominal cavity. Even near misses can also cause injury to the target if they are unprotected, as just the ambient heat from the shots can produce severe burns to the area they pass close by. This can also include second and third degree burns, severe blistering of the skin, and cause heat trauma and heat stroke from the extreme temperatures of the bolts. Should the plasma impact an object, the object can cause splash damage, creating debris both heated and non-heated, that may then come in contact with the target in similar fashion to a fragmentation grenade shrapnel, with a crippling or lethal effect. The Pulse Carbine has a single variant beyond the base model, the rapid-fire Pulse Carbine, an improved version of the Pulse Carbine with a higher rate of fire and a white chassis. Pairing the Pulse Carbine with a kinetic weapon allows for efficient shield stripping followed by health damage, best utilised at medium ranges where the tracking system can effectively home in on targets. However, sustained fire can lead to overheating, temporarily disabling the weapon until it cools down. The Pulse Carbine's design and functionality draw inspiration from previous Covenant weapons, combining elements of the plasma rifle and carbine to create a versatile, mid-range firearm. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, kindly tap that like button, and if you're not already subscribed and want to see more stuff like this, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future uploads. Pop a comment down below telling me what you thought of today's video, or if you want me to cover something specific in the near future. I want to take this opportunity to thank and give shoutouts to my patrons and YouTube supporters, Spartan10148, my singular contender class Ancilla, the triumvirate of mines within my installations Metarch, Falcon, Jordan and Poseidon, my 7 installation monitors, Sophia, Ashley, Esoteric, Spartan1029, Chris, Orion and Shane, the crush of sub-monitors, Legion, Ryan, Lebrat, Spartan0137, Element 0, J3, Cult, Evermore's, Personal Devil, Scion Esports, Phantasma, Ashton and 191 Shaken Lightbulb, my fleet of Strato Sentinels, my most loyal of Enforcers, and every single one of the awesome people supporting the channel over on Patreon. My Tier 0 Transcendent YouTube members, Spartan137, again, Maury, Jimbo and Balaz, and all other YouTube members keeping my installation functional on that glorious vacuum energy. I cannot thank you all enough. Shout out to John because... And if you like what I'm doing here, consider supporting the channel on one of the support links in the description to net yourself some tasty merch and help keep the channel going. Take it easy everyone, and find peace in the domain.